This is going to be a fun video to do. There's an old saying, give someone enough rope and they'll hang themselves.
Our multiple frontline combat tour event, my friends, about 1.000000001% of people in the world are in my category.
I mean, there are people out there who are pathological liars. They lie so much they believe their stories, and they just tell more and more outlandish lies because they're depressed or they're hurting and they need attention and they need love. They need someone to listen to them or talk to them, and so they just make up outlandish lies. Spent 20 years mostly with the Marines. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. She's here to take care of me because I have so many emotional issues from all my multiple combat tours. And my PTSD psychiatrist at the VA said that I'm the worst case he's ever seen. And boot camp was actually like a vacation for me. It was like Disneyland, to be able to be somewhere where I had the structure and discipline, and I was treated fairly. Started training, infantry training. Started getting into training for special ops. Started getting into training for all kinds of really interesting, cool things. I can look at dozens of times. I've looked at death in the eye and should have died. Things like should have been ran over by a tank. Things like parachute not opening and still being able to make it down safely. Things like a hand grenade dropping at your feet in combat but doesn't explode.
Go, Sarge, go! Right.
Things like a AK-47 pointed in your face, the trigger's pulled. Things like falling off of a cliff on a very narrow cliff face, reaching up, grabbing the only piece of growth anywhere you can find an outgrowth in a rock, and being able to hang there. Things like being saved from pure indefinite death from a raging forest fire. Things like being saved from electrocution.
Jesus! Come on, lucky bastard.
Things like a sniper's bullet going right by your ear when he's got a clean shot at you.
You're not that far from me, oh Lord.
I can go on and on. I won't go into details because it's too painful. Many combat tours, frontline combat tours, many dangerous training missions, many dangerous covert operations, many dangerous things in civilian life. Most of my buddies who were trapped in the oil fields with me in the first Gulf War, people ask if I smoke. Yeah, I smoked all that filthy oil smoke for a long period of time, and most of my buddies, again, who went through that with me, died of lung cancer long ago. Most of my buddies who got those experimental drugs had babies that were stillborn, that were born with 3 eyes, that were born with an extra or missing limb, that were born without hearts, born without brains. But I've been suffering physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually for the longest time. That my life would make Forrest Gump's life seem dull. I did 20 years with the US Marines. Marine Recon was my unit. See my hat? That's Marine Recon for those who don't know what it is. I have the inside information. I have the inside scoop. I have the facts. Didn't retire that long ago, and I still have a lot of contacts in the military, in the Spec Ops community. The Spec Ops, for those who don't know, are Navy SEALs, Marine Recon, Army Rangers, Green Berets. That's your spec op units, okay? And we are the ones who go in first. We're the ones who do a lot of the covert operations and the dirty work, and that's what we do.
When did I ever tell anyone that I am a US Marine? When did I ever say that I am a US Marine Recon Marine? When did I ever say that? Can you just tell me? You can't. It's called Doc. Maybe a hospital corpsman?
It was just before dawn, one miserable morning in Black 44, when the forward commander was told to sit tight, when he asked that his men be withdrawn.
Lying has become an epidemic. Lots of people lie. Like the old saying when I was younger, they lie like a bare rug, laying on a floor somewhere. And the thing about it is, no, their nose won't grow when they lie, but their reputation grows, and people can tell that they're lying by watching them and seeing what they say not coming true. I understand this. People can see through those lies, and if they are talking to them and encouraging them, it's just so they can laugh at them because it's so pathetic. I knew a lot of people in the military that lied all the time, man. I mean, constantly told just lies that no one would ever believe in their life, but yet they kept on doing it. There's no need to be a liar. It's like the boy that cried wolf. He lied and lied and lied and lied. No one believed him anymore after a while. And that's the same with you. No one's going to believe you. No one's going to trust you. No one's going to want to be your friend. No one's going to want to hang around with you or have anything to do with you because all you do is lie. Pinocchio seemed like he never learned. He would get in trouble and he'd say he wouldn't lie again, and then he kept on lying, and he kept on lying. And it's the same kind of pattern of endless cycle. Once you start telling a lie, you have to tell another lie to cover that lie up, and another lie to cover that lie up, and a bigger lie to cover that lie up, and it just snowballs. It just gets totally out of hand. So